recipe of the day is to make a chocolate cake. So I need 2 cups of cake flour for my recipe. Now I looked in my closet today and I have self-rising flour, and I've used that to make bagels. I also have bread flour, which I use in the bread machine to make bread. And I have all-purpose flour that I usually use for cookies and all other baked goods that I make. But the recipe specifies cake flour. So what am I to do? Okay, well, I Google it. And I say on Google, substitution for cake flour. And Google will tell me that to substitute cake flour, what you can do is use all-purpose flour minus a tablespoon. Okay, now this is a sifter, and years ago most recipes would tell you to sift the flour. But what they have found out, if you lightly spoon flour into a cup and aerate it, you will get the same weight as if you had sifted it, saving a lot of time. Now, one thing you do not want to do is you do not want to scoop the flour and place it in there, because you're going to find you have way too much flour, sometimes 25% more. So the proper way to measure your flour is to lightly spoon it into the cup. This way you're putting air into it. Okay, and I'm going to take a straight edge spatula and I'm going to level it. Now, if you remember what I said, the recipe says to substitute regular flour for cake flour, I need to minus 1 tablespoon for every cup that I use. So I'm going into my cake flour. I'm going into my all-purpose very carefully. I'm going to level off 1 tablespoon, put it back into the flour canister, and my 1 cup of flour is equal to my 1 cup of cake flour. So since I said I need 2 cups, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to lightly spoon it into the cup. Then I'm going to take the straight edge and I'm going to go across it. The next step is I'm going to take a tablespoon and I'm going to take a tablespoon of flour, doing it carefully so as not to spill it all over the counter, and I'm going to level it. And then I'm going to put the cup of flour minus the tablespoon back in the bowl. And now I'm ready to mix this with my eggs and my other ingredients to make my chocolate cake. Flour is the framework of most recipes. So just remember, there are several different types of flours, and make sure that you are using the right kind. Thank you for visiting my kitchen.